Sixth, seeking Allah's help directly and indirectly. The other doctrinal point we mentioned is that one must turn to Allah alone for help and to no one else. This requires some clarification. There is a kind of help which every man does seek from other men. The physical aspect of the universal order being what it is, it has to be so and not otherwise. A tailor or tinker, a carpenter or a blacksmith, each is serving others and everyone is obliged to seek his help. Seeking help of this kind neither is nor can be forbidden by any religion, for it is part and parcel of the network of physical means provided to men by Allah. In the sphere of non-physical means too, it is quite permissible for one to seek the help of a prophet or a saint by asking him to pray to Allah in one's behalf, or to mention while praying directly to Allah the name of a prophet or a saint by way of a medium, wasila, for drawing divine mercy upon oneself. Explicit traditions, that is, a hadith, and implicit indications of the Holy Quran fully justify this practice, and it would be wrong to condemn it as being forbidden or to include it among the various forms of association or shirk. Now, what sort of supplication for help is it which can be addressed exclusively to Allah and to no one else? And when does one fall into the sin of shirk or association in asking someone other than Allah for help? In reply to the second question, we may say that in this context, the sin of shirk or association arises in two forms. Firstly, one becomes guilty of association if one seeks the help of an angel or prophet or saint or any creature believing him to be omnipotent like Allah. It is such an obvious heresy that even idolaters and associators in general consider it as such, for even they do not look upon their idols and gods as being omnipotent like Allah. The second is the form adopted by idolaters and associators. They admit that God alone is omnipotent, but also believe that He has delegated a part of His power to an angel or a prophet or a saint or to a smaller God who exercises a full and independent authority in that area, and to whom one may pray for help in matters within his jurisdiction.